Hi everyone, I'm back. I went to my pre-op appointment yesterday, and I said in my last video that I'd do a video to say what we talked about at the appointment. So I went there, and yeah, I had to fill out a bunch of paperwork. And I met with the doctor again, the surgeon, and with the nurse, and she went over with me everything in this, packet of paperwork. So I would know, what's going on, the medications, and what I needed to do before surgery, what I need to do after surgery, and etc., etc. So let's see, some of the things that they said, I would need is antibacterial soap, which I knew because of watching other people's videos. Extra strength Tylenol for when I feel well enough to get off of the, the oxycodone? With the strong pain reliever medicine that they give you. Stool softeners, because apparently you're backed up because of the anesthesia and other things. They recommended Colace. And surgical pads, because after the liposuction and after the tummy tuck, things may be leaking out still right after, so those just to use on the car ride and use in the bed wherever you're laying at afterwards. And yeah, so those are the only things that they said, but I have a long list that I have compiled from looking at various videos on YouTube of other things that I plan on getting, so I'll be prepared after having the tummy tuck. And I'll probably do a video, I'll probably go shopping maybe next week to get everything that I think I'm going to need, and I may do a video just to show all of that stuff, and then after I actually get the tummy tuck, another video to say, okay, so yeah, I really needed this and didn't really need this. But yeah, and they just said stop smoking, stop taking aspirin and ibuprofen, don't take vitamin E. You need somebody to take care of you, so they wanted to make sure I had a support person, which is my husband. You have to shower the night before and the day of the surgery in the antibacterial soap, just to make sure, of course, you have no bacteria. Let's see, loose clothing, no contacts. They're going to give me the garment. I forgot to ask them to show it to me so I would know what it looks like. I'm upset about that, but oh well. Yeah, and then here's this, medications that I need to stop taking. Sorry, I'm trying to do better by just looking at the camera instead of looking here and there and whatnot like I did in the first video, but I'm looking down at the paperwork. Medications to avoid, what your support person is supposed to do. Let's see, anything else relevant? Nah. Oh, so the day before the surgery, they said that I'm only to be drinking liquids, so like smoothies, juices, nothing that I have to chew. That's to help with the constipation that's going to come after the tummy tuck. To help you to avoid having to strain and things like that. So I'm going to be getting a bunch of soups and various things to make smoothies and things like that. Let's see. I think that's about it. And the doctor, he asked to look at me again, and like I told you guys, I'm getting the standard tummy tuck, and I have a umbilical hernia, they call it, and I'm going to get liposuction of the flanks area. He said that he's probably going to liposuction more of the flanks. He's going to take it around to my back and I asked him about, because I've seen a lot of people with dog ears and whatever they call them. I think that's what I've heard everybody call them. And I was like, so what are you going to do to make sure I don't get those? And he said he wasn't really concerned about it with me because I don't have much extra skin on my sides. And he said once he liposuctions and pulls everything down, and he kind of showed me, he was how smooth it would be. He was like, right after the surgery, it may look like a dog ear because of just, pulling that skin together, but that it would flatten out after healing. I asked him also about my belly button because I've seen some people, I'm like, I don't want my belly button to look like that. Like, I don't really remember what it looked like before I had my kids, but I know I don't want it to look like that because they have like their stitches on the outside. And, once it heals, you can still kind of see where it was stitched together. It just doesn't look natural. I mean, I know it's not going to be the belly button that, I was born with, how it, but I still don't want it to look down and be like, yeah, that's terrible. So, he said he understands that, and what they do is they stitch on the inside, and, basically once your body starts healing, I can't remember the technical terms, but when he was talking about it, I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So anyway, the stitch on my belly button is going to be on the inside, so it doesn't look crazy when it's healed. And he said he's going to do the incision, pubic area, his concern. And I asked him, I was like, I don't want one of those wavy, crazy looking incision lines, so you're going to try to make it as straight as possible. And he was like, yes, I'm going to try to make it as straight as possible. He was like, but what I'm really concerned with is making sure that, it's not seen when you have on, underwear or your pants and things like that, that it's lower enough, that it can't be seen when you're wearing things like that. So I was like, okay, cool. But I like my doctor. He's very personable. Hope to still like him after the surgery is done. Hope to get a good result. But, I feel pretty confident that I will with him. And so, oh, and he said, I'm going to have a pain pump. And, I was like, well, where's that going to be at? Where's that? And he was like, it's like really, really thin, like a pinhole, where that's going to be. So it's not really concerned about, I shouldn't be concerned about that, like a scar from that. And he said he is going to put the drain along my incision line because I've seen some women where their drain has been like in their pubic area, not in their incision line. But he said it's going to be on my incision line, and it's probably going to be just one. So he answered that question, and I think that's about it. And they, in the office that I'm having my surgery done, they have their own surgical center. They're accredited and everything. So they took me to go see that area, took me to where I'll need to be coming in that on my surgery day. And they said that they'll give me a call 2 days before to let me know the time. On the 5th, that's my date of surgery, but they'll call me 2 days before to let me know what time to come in and what time my surgery is going to be. So, oh, and they took pictures of me. It was bad. They give you these little funny looking underwear. You can't tell which is the front and which is the back. And I put them on. I was like, and yeah, so I, took those pictures, on the front, on the side, 40-degree angle, 90-degree angle, turn around, we're going to do it on the back. So yeah, took all of those, and, they were like, yeah, you look at them now, because, you're going to be happy with what you're going to look like, a few weeks from now. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I better be. That's what I'm looking for. So, but yeah. Love the people in the office too. My mom was there with me, and she watched my son, while I was doing all this thing, meeting with the doctor, meeting with the nurse, taking pictures, all the stuff. And she was in the waiting room area. And my son, he's my youngest son, he's 3. And, they gave him crackers and graham crackers, and gave him water, and you know that's nice. Some of the doctor offices, they frown upon children being around, but so I kind of appreciated that too. Made me respect the center more for that. So I think that's it. Bye. Yeah. So I'll put up another post again, like I said, when I buy all the things that I think I'm going to need, just to show you guys. And I will try on the surgery day, see if I can get my husband to, take some pictures or take some video, once I get drawn up on, where they, show you what's going to be gone and where they're going to do everything. And, maybe a video of me after, if I'm, coherent, and I'll let you guys know how everything went and how I'm feeling or whatever. All right, so really, this is it now. Bye.